السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. المحاضرة العاشرة من فصل رقم 13 لكتاب النحو Quirk A University Grammar of English. هناخد بإن شاء الله 13 28 و 13 30. أعزائي مفهوم Premodification و Postmodification للأسامي. Participle. طبعا أقصد الإيدي يعني مو دائما الإيدي يعني أكو أفعال شاذة ترى يعني أكو صفات تقبل هي الصفة تقبل إيدي لو نقصد الفعل يعني كفعل يقبل الإيدي وهناك أفعال يقبل الإيدي بس بغير شكل تتغير حالته من حالة لأخرى. تمام؟ هذا كمان. The immigrant who has arrived with the arrived immigrant. شنو the arrived immigrant اللي هو المهاجر. طبعا immigrant تختلف عن immigrant بالEMI طبعا IMM. زين the vanished treasure. A treasure who has vanished, which has. A retired teacher are exceptional. هذني استثناءات. But exceptions are somewhat more general when the actual participle is adverbally modified. The newly married immigrant, our recently departed friend. ظرف modified. هذا هو الهيد. هذا هو الاسم المقصود. يقول لك الباسيف must be distinguished the statal form, the actional, or a true passive. Some are complicated machinery. The mission is complicated, but the machinery was complicated by the designer. صعبة. يعني هذا صفة. بس أنا أريد الفعل ما أريد الصفة. أريد الفعل أنا مو أستخلص من عنده الفعل مساعدة خاص بجملة المبني المجهول. يقول لك here belonged also born some hidden, married, troubled and darkened. But in premodification they must either يا أما يكونن permanent يا أما يكونن adverbally modified. A married man, a newly born child, a carefully hidden spy. The last example illustrated notably or noteworthy general contrast between ing والed. Besides the similarity in post-modification, a spy carefully hidden in the bushes, kept. Spy carefully hiding, dative. The latter, unlike the former, is premodification. A carefully hiding spy. لتصاريف ثالثة وليس ing. Assertion. أغلب الأشياء اللي تأخذ الإيد هي are they agential. Type and naturally only a few will easily admit the permanent reference الشيء الدائم. لو permit يسمح لنا premodification we can contrast ممكن نفرق. The wanted man was last seen in Cambridge. A man goes on being wanted. الشخص المطلوب طبعا قصد يكون مطلوب يعني مطلوب العدالة. The found purse يعني اسمه المحفظة الموجودة اللي لقوها. The purse was found in a particular moment. But a lost purse is grammatical صحيحة. Was it found? Because although the purse is no longer regarded and found after it has been retrieved, a purse will be regarded as lost throughout the period of its disappearance. So too, the defeated army, broken vase, a damaged car, It's your lead owner, but not a sold car. The mentioned article, a built house, and a squared man. But there are exceptions which suggest that the semantic and aspectual factors are more complicated than he described. For example, although a sum of money can go on being needed, one does not normally say the needed money, modified by an adverb. Adverbs, of course, the starred examples become acceptable. A recently sold car. A recently needed. يعني هاي ما تفيدني. تفيدني لما أضيف قبل هذا الشيء ظرف. Finally, modified in ed may be directly denominal, not particles, participle. The value of the vaulted roof, a fluted pillar, a wooded hillside. The constraint التعقيدات أو التقييدات are perhaps dictated merely by semantic redundancy, اللي هو الإسراف. So there is not a powder engine, a hired girl, a legged man. توقع legged man, half-legged man اللي هو الشخص اللي برجل وحده. Though we have a diesel powder engine, اكو شيء قابلها. A red-haired or red-haired شعر لون أحمر. A long-legged man. أنا لازم أضيف لفت شيء قبل هذا الشيء. Premodification by genetives. شنو genetives؟ استملك الجماعة. I'm afraid like a fisherman's cottage is ambiguous. كلمة fisherman's cottage is ambiguous. Is the cottage belong to the fisherman or belong to a fisherman? Belongs to a fisherman or belongs to a fisherman. For example, the cottage fisherman. صياد. A distinct from a delightful cottage or a completed cottage. Belongs مضارع لاحظ belonged انتمى ينتمي الذي يعود لديه. A German need not refer for the head, not the head. Or usually it refers only to the genitive. If the latter genitive, then the intermediate modifiers between the German and the genitive must also refer only to the genitive. These nasty women's clothing. Imminence. Like these must be predetermined with the plural nouns. هذا these شيء كده كوين women. الجمع. And the plural must mean the clothing for these nasty women. يعني طبعا ملابس عليهم أنا أعد عن نسوان. Another nasty clothing of these women. The clothing which would require the order these women's nasty clothing. تمام؟ لما نقول nasty clothing تختلف عن women's nasty clothing. تمام؟ If the former ذكر أول the clothing of, then intermediate modifier will be interpreted as referring to the head. This nasty women's clothing would mean this nasty clothing belonged to or is meant for women. Ambiguous in sentence. بعض الأمثلة الغامضة are overcommon in old man's bicycle. مختلف عن a man's old bicycle. الدراجة للشخص الكبير. سيارة قديمة بس قديم للرجل تختلف. تمام؟ could mean the bicycle belongs to an old man or old bicycle to نفس الشيء هذا. يا اما هاي البايسكل قديمة تعود للرجال يا اما هاي بايسكل تعود للرجال الكبير. تمام؟ او حتى بايسكل مصمم للرجل الكبير. زين شنو معنى هذا الجملة؟ These nasty women's clothing. nasty women's clothing يقول لك هاي الملابس تعود للنسوان أو المرأة اللي رائحتهم كريهة. زين شنو تفسير these women's nasty clothing؟ لا يقول لك هنا الملابس ريحتهم كريهة بالعالة. اكو فرق. These nasty women's clothing. These women's nasty clothing. واضح؟